So, this has been one of the most profitable marketing strategies for me. But what exactly is physical marketing? Don't worry, I'm not talking about door to door sales or getting into a costume and waving a sign across the street or doing anything like that or trying to get people, to come into your door from outside, all this stuff. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm actually talking about things like network marketing or going to network events or going to trade shows or actually even talking to like your friends and family, not in like a sales pitchy kind of like, sleazy way, just connecting with people physically. This can even be something like getting on the phone with someone, getting on a Zoom call with something that you get to interact with people, you know, face to face, in person if possible. But even a phone call works. This has to do a lot with like that physical element, being able to express your excitement about what you're doing, talk about what you're doing, but not just about what you're doing, also being able to just connect in a way that isn't salesy, isn't pitchy, isn't trying to just go for the sale. This is long term marketing, building that relationship. Now, if you're introverted like I am, then sometimes the thought of going to networking events or doing things in person or trade shows or anything like that, it can give you a lot of anxiety. It can stress you out because you have to prepare for this stuff. Like you have to like mentally prepare to interact with a lot of people. And that's okay. I totally understand. Ideally, we would just have a product or service and people would just come in off the street because it's so great and we know our stuff and we're good at what we do and they would just want to buy from us and we wouldn't have to interact with anyone or do anything. We would just stick to our craft. But unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. You got to put in some legwork. You got to kind of prepare and go and do these things. You have to be able to broadcast what you're doing to as many people as possible and connect with as many people as possible. And you know what? It's actually a win-win because the more people you connect with, the more your business grows. But it also helps us because when you get to see people enjoying your product or your service, when you actually connect with someone and you can help them, you can give them information or maybe look at something in a way that they didn't, it makes you feel better. So even though in the beginning it seems hard and it's nerve wracking, in the end it's worth it. And especially now, since you have a clear message going through module 1, you have a clear message and you know your talking points and you know what your business stands for, you know the problems you solve, you know all of those things, you have a lot of talking points and you're a lot clearer on your business. But if you're still nervous about going to networking events or connecting with people, here's a couple tips. If you go to a networking event, don't stand by the door. Stand at the end of the food or the beverage line because that is when people are ready to talk and ready to connect. They're looking for somewhere to sit. They're looking for someone to engage with. Before that, they're distracted. Before they get their food, before they get their drink, they're taking in the whole scene. They're trying to evaluate where to go, what to do, trying to decide what food to get, what drink to get, who to talk to, where the host is. So let them go through that whole process. And then when they're done with that and they're ready to talk, you'll be there. Second tip, do not put your hands in your pockets. There's something about us showing our hands that really puts us at ease, that makes us a lot more comfortable with someone else. So don't put your hands in your pockets. When you say hi to someone, do a little wave, say hi. It actually puts the person a little bit more at ease and makes them trust you just a little bit more. And third tip, don't use the autopilot conversation starters. Like, what do you do for a living? How do you know the host? Those types of things. Try to think of something a little bit more creative. Something along the lines of, are you working on anything exciting lately? That type of stuff. Just anything you can think of that's out of the box that makes them think, that doesn't kind of put our minds on autopilot response. Now, If you need more tips or would like more tips, I would suggest visiting Vanessa Van Edwards' YouTube channel. Her guidance on this type of stuff has really, really helped me. And I don't get paid for saying that, and I don't get anything, any kickbacks. In fact, she doesn't even know who I am. Her channel has just really helped me in those types of situations. So if you're like me and introverted and sometimes awkward in those situations, check out her channel. May help you as well. Now, when it comes to frequency, I would try to do some sort of physical marketing at least once a month. Go to a trade show, go to a networking event, gather with a group of people in kind of a business type of setting. This type of thing helps you not only get comfortable around people and talking about your business, but also the referrals, the connections, and just the engagement with people. Those things are invaluable. And you would be surprised by how many clients I've gotten over the years and how many clients you'll get over the years because they were a friend of someone who knew someone else who knew you. When you're good at what you do and you're friendly and you talk to people and you engage with them, they'll refer other people to you. And that actually is how it used to be done. We used to do it a lot by referrals and word of mouth. It's a very, very powerful tool. When someone you know and trust refers someone to you, that trust is transferred on to the other person. And so connecting with someone and being someone who they can trust is invaluable. So get out of your comfort zone and try to attend one of these types of meetings. If it's a virtual meeting, because right now, while I'm filming this, we're in the midst of COVID. If it's a virtual meeting, that's even probably an easier way to baby step your way into this. But at some point, you're going to want to try to do something that's actually a physical interaction. In-person marketing is still one of the greatest ways to grow your business. No matter what technology comes along, no matter what happens in the world, us as humans, we're never going to lose that need for personal connection.